Yeah, the brave response by those at the synagogue is absolutely spot on. The irony of that, of course, Greg, is that I believe at least one of those killed in the attack was there providing security for the synagogue. And if you walk around Sydney, for instance, as I do, outside every synagogue, you'll see members of the synagogue who are providing security for their fellow Jewish people. But you don't see that outside, other organisations where they have to provide security. That the fact they need to do it is an indictment in and of itself. I want to ask you, do you think governments are underestimating the ideological drivers behind these attacks? Do you think governments really understand what's going on? They after everyone, they seem to dismiss it as, we hear lone wolf attack, this was an isolated incident, etc., etc. Do you think they understand there's an ideology behind this stuff?
Look, I think, James, that practitioners, police, intelligence officers, community members who work on these issues don't underestimate it. They understand what's going on. There is a danger that the general public, and politicians included, will engage in wishful thinking and say that the days of ISIS and Al-Qaeda is behind us. That's finished, thank heavens. It's no longer a problem. That is wishful thinking. This problem is not going to go away. It's very resilient. And of course, given the troubles the world is in at the moment, rising levels of anti-Semitism, would be fools to think that the risk hasn't gone up. It has. And as you say, it's members of, in Victoria, they call the community security group, members of the Jewish community who put their own time and resources into guarding their synagogues and schools. They make a big difference. And it's great that communities do that, but it's a real tragedy that this community has to work so hard at keeping themselves safe.
I was listening to my colleague Deakin Giorgio, whose program was aired before this one, and she was talking about the fact that we should not just think, well, that was in the UK, it can't happen in Australia. So I wanted to ask you, how concerned should we be in Australia about something similar happening here?
I'm sure that members of the community security group and others will be doubling efforts as best they can. As I said, somebody acting by themselves using a car or other vehicle as a weapon and using a knife, it's really hard to stop that coming. So you need to do all you can with perimeter security, with making it hard to get vehicles near a premises at high speed, with slowing somebody down so you can limit the damage and improve the chances of response stopping them. That has been done, but I'm sure a lot more work will now be done looking at, well, where the weak points are, what more can we do? There has been a lot of work done in Australia over the years in dealing with this very threat. Bollards, planter boxes, steps, often we don't notice this, but if you look around at vulnerable spots, a lot of work's been done to harden them from people using a vehicle as a weapon. But unfortunately, there's always going to be weak spots, and this is an ongoing threat. It'll keep people awake at night because it is a real fear, and we can't easily say we've got a solution to it.
Yeah, very good point. Greg Barton, thank you for your time.